Narrator Ollie and Hina had been married for 8 years. To everyone else, their marriage seemed perfect, but inside, both carried a quiet emptiness. In the beginning, every day was filled with joy. But slowly, office stress, household responsibilities, and small arguments began creating a distance between them. Hina, I just want Ollie to look at me, to truly see me, to understand my pain. But every time I try to talk, he says, later or I'm too tired. Every time I hear that, my heart breaks, and I feel completely alone. Ollie, I know. I've been neglecting her. I'm caught up in work, and she wants my attention. The guilt grows heavier in my heart each day, but I don't know how to say it. Maybe it's not the right time yet. Narrator. What remained of their marriage were only small moments, a cup of tea together, a faint laugh, but even that laugh now sometimes felt tense. An emotional distance had grown between them, slowly breaking their hearts from within. Hina, will my life just end waiting endlessly? Will Ollie ever understand my pain, or will I always be left alone with my feelings? Ollie, I wish I had just sat with her that night and listened. I wish I had understood how a small word, a small gesture, could mean the world to her. Narrator. And so begins the story, a story that reminds us that love is not just about being together, it's about understanding. And sometimes, by the time we finally understand, it's already too late. Narrator. Life rarely stays simple. For Ollie and Hina, each day had started to carry small storms, arguments that seemed meaningless at first, but slowly chipped away at their bond. Even the smallest misunderstandings now felt like mountains. Narrator. It was a regular weekday morning. Ollie rushed to get ready for work, coffee in hand. Hina stood silently by the door, waiting to say something she had been holding back all night. Hina. Ollie, can you at least look at me when I'm talking? Ollie. I don't have time right now, Hina. I'll explain tonight. Narrator. Hina nodded silently, her chest heavy with disappointment. Every time he said later, it felt like her heart was being pushed further away. She wanted to scream to make him understand, but all that came out was a quiet sigh. Narrator. By evening, the tension had grown. Ollie returned home, exhausted, while Hina had prepared dinner, hoping for a warm conversation. Hina. You didn't even ask how my day went. Do you even care? Ollie. Of course I care. I'm tired. Can we not argue tonight? Narrator. But arguing had already started. The words were soft but sharp, carrying months of unspoken feelings and hidden resentments. Hina felt invisible. Ollie felt guilty, yet trapped in his own exhaustion. And slowly, they began drifting apart emotionally, even while sitting in the same room. Narrator. Sometimes, Hina remembered the early days, how Ollie would hold her hand, how they laughed until their stomachs hurt, how every small moment felt magical. Those memories now made the present pain sharper. Hina. I miss us. I miss the way we used to smile at nothing, just because we were together. Ollie. I miss that too, but when did everything become so heavy? When did love feel so complicated? Narrator. Days passed like this, conversations turning into arguments turning into silence. Hina would cry quietly at night, clutching the pillow Ollie once held. Ollie would stare at the ceiling, feeling guilt he couldn't explain, wishing he could rewind time. Hina. I just want to feel seen, just once. Just one day without silence between us. Narrator. And in those moments, both realized that love alone wasn't enough. Attention, understanding, and presence were what truly kept hearts together. Yet neither of them spoke it loud enough, and the distance only grew. Narrator. As days passed, the distance between Ollie and Hina grew heavier. The silent tension in their home felt suffocating. Hina carried a growing sadness inside her heart, while Ollie carried a quiet guilt he could never VO. Narrator. One night, after Ollie had gone to sleep, Hina sat alone by the window. Her fingers trembled as she opened her diary, the small notebook where she had always poured her heart. Hina. Dear diary. I feel so alone tonight. Ollie doesn't see me anymore, doesn't hear me. Every day, I smile and pretend everything is fine, but inside I am breaking. Narrator. Her pen moved faster as tears blurred the ink. Memories of their early days, their laughter, their whispered promises, all collided with the loneliness of the present. Hina. I wish he would just look at me, see the pain in my eyes. I wish he would hold me and say, I understand. But maybe he never will. Narrator. As she wrote, Hina remembered the first time Ollie held her hand, the day they laughed until they cried, the night spent talking about dreams and fears. Those memories, once a source of comfort, now only amplified the ache in her chest. Hina. Every memory of us, every smile, feels like a knife now. I want to go back to the way we were, even for just a moment. Narrator. The diary became her only friend that night. Each word poured out was a cry for love and attention, a plea Ollie would never hear until it was too late. Hina. I'm not angry, Ollie. I'm just tired. Tired of being invisible, tired of feeling like I don't matter. Maybe one day when I'm gone, you'll finally understand. Narrator. And as she closed the diary and laid her head on the pillow, her chest tightened. She didn't know that this night would change everything forever. Narrator. In the early hours, Hina's heart gave way to the weight of unspoken pain. She never woke to see the morning light. Ollie, waking up hours later, found her lying silently beside him. Panic, fear, and guilt crashed over him like a storm. And then he saw the diary, the words that bled her soul onto paper. Ollie.
Iña, no.
I didn't realize. I never realized. I was so blind. Narrator. The diary told him everything, her loneliness, her love, her pain, her final plea for understanding. Every word struck him like a dagger. He had lost her, and only now did he truly see the depth of her heart, the depth of his failure to notice, to listen, to love fully. Narrator. In that quiet room, Ollie cradled the diary, tears streaming down his face. The realization that love without attention, without presence, can never survive, hit him harder than he could ever bear. Ollie. I should have seen. I should have listened. I should have loved her better. I should have. Narrator. The days after Hina's passing were empty for Ollie. Her laughter, her gentle presence, her smile, all gone, leaving only silence and guilt behind. He could no longer hold back the pain of what he had ignored for so long. Narrator. Ollie spent hours with Hina's diary, reading each line over and over. Every word, every sentence, was a reflection of a heart that had loved unconditionally, and silently suffered. Ollie. How did I not see this? All these years I was too busy, too blind. Hina, I should have loved you better. I should have listened. I should have been here for you. Narrator. He traced her words with trembling fingers, each sentence a dagger of regret. Memories of small fights, moments he dismissed as trivial, now they haunted him. Narrator. Ollie remembered the laughter they shared, the nights talking about dreams, the soft touches, the way Hina's eyes sparkled with hope. Those were the moments he had taken for granted, moments he could no longer relive. Ollie. I should have held her hand more. I should have told her I loved her, every single day. Narrator. In the weeks that followed, Ollie tried to honor her memory. He kept her diary close, reading it every day, reminding himself of the lessons her life and words had taught him. He started noticing small things around him, listening to people more, valuing the presence of loved ones, understanding that love needs attention, presence, and care. Ollie. Hina, you taught me more than you ever knew. I'll carry your love in my heart, and I will never take anyone for granted again. Narrator. Though Hina was gone, her love lived on in Ollie's actions and in the memories they had created together. He realized that sometimes, life gives us lessons in the hardest ways, and the true value of love is in seeing, listening, and cherishing every single moment. Narrator. Ollie learned too late that love without attention can never survive. But he also learned that even after loss, love can transform a heart, teaching compassion, understanding, and the importance of being present for those who matter most. And so, every day he honored Hina, not just in memory, but in every act of love he gave to the world around him.